Hello everyone, welcome to Mechanical Sati. So today in this video we are going to discuss some more MCQs from project management. So already I have uploaded one video on this. So in that video I was supposed to discuss 20 MCQs. So already I have discussed 20 MCQs in that video. So these MCQs which we are considering over here, so this may be helpful for those students who are preparing for IPET this year. Okay, so without wasting time, let us move forward, and around 10 MCQs will be discussing in this video. So let us move forward and start our discussion on it. So for that first question is, which we have considered that as question number 21. Which of the following is not a phase of the project management? So options are given like project planning, project scheduling, or project controlling, or project B. Okay. So as we know that there are three phases of the project management actually. So if we see all these three which are in option number A, B, C, these are the some phases of the project management. But option number D, which is given as project B, so this is not the one of the phases in the project management. So D option will be the correct answer in this question. So we have to take the option number D. Okay, so we will be seeing the explanation for this, then we can see. So there are three phases of the project management, and these are the project planning, project scheduling, and project controlling in this order actually. And the project management refers to a highly specialized job to achieve the objective of a project. Okay, so so for this question actually our option number D will be the correct answer. Okay, moving next towards the question number 22. So it is asking to show that who introduced the bar chart. Okay, so options are given like William Henry, Henry Gantt, and Jane Gantt, or Joseph Henry. So this is history actually. So who introduced the bar chart, and that we should know, that is Henry Gantt. Okay, so Henry Gantt in 1980 actually, 1980 he has introduced this bar chart, and he gave a pictorial representation in two dimensions of a project by breaking down into numerous manageable units actually. So in this question it is was asked to show the name of that person who introduced the bar chart. So answer is Henry Gantt. Okay, and next, moving towards next question, that is question number 23. So it is asking for the full form of the part. Okay, so which is one of the most important question I think. So options are given like program evaluation and red technique. No, that can't be the answer. Then next one is program evaluation and robot technique. So this is also not the correct option. Program evaluation and robot technology. No, this is also not the answer. So next, the fourth option, which is given as program evaluation and review technique. So this is the answer for this question. So full form of the part is your program evaluation and review technique. Okay, so answer will be the option number D. And there are many other network technique also available, like POT CPM we are discussing or we are reading actually, and there are other than POT CPM, that is stops and less. Okay, so this is not the most important cases, so we are discussing or we are reading only about the POT and CPM in case of our course work, so which is given in the our syllabus. Okay, and network techniques is one of the major advancements in the management science that we all know. Okay, the full form of POT, as already I have told you, that is program evaluation and review technique. So let us move towards question number 24. So what is the full form of CPM? So options option A is given like critical path method, control path method, critical plan management, or the control path management. Okay, so in case of our CPM, we are choosing the critical path. We are finding the critical path. So option number A will be the correct answer, that is critical path method. So option number A will be the correct answer for this question. So explanation, if we see the full form of the CPM is the critical path method, and CPM networks are mainly used for those projects for which fairly accurate estimate of the time of completion can be made for each activity. So that means that is CPM can be used where we know all these details, all the time required for completing any activity. Then only we can use this method, that is critical path method. That means if we are going for a new project, then we cannot use this CPM actually. So that we may prefer for that project where we are doing for the first time, then we may use our pot technique. Okay, so if we are using the CPM, then that should be a regular project where we are known about the required time for completing any activity actually. Okay, so here option number A will be the correct answer for this question. Then question number 25. So in bar charts, which color is used to show the actual progress? So this may be one of the important questions. So options are given like option A is red, black, blue and green. Okay, so to show the actual process, which color is used? So option number D will be the correct answer. That means we are using the green color to show the actual process. So let us see what is the use of other colors over here. So we can see for actual progress we are using the green color, and for anticipated progress we are using the black color. Okay, and for progress behind the schedule we are using the red color. Okay, so this we can remember what is the use of these colors. So green color is used to actual progress, anticipated progress, for that we are using the black color, and when project is behind the schedule, that means it is not completing according to given time, which is the required time, then we will be using the red color actually. So that means our project is in danger zone, so to show that we are using the red color basically. So for our question number 25, our option number D, which is green, is the correct answer. Okay, so green color is being used for showing the actual projects of actual progress of any project. Okay, so moving next towards the question number 26. So a POT network and a CPM network are, options are given like this: activity oriented or event oriented. Option number B is telling that event oriented or and event oriented respectively, and C is telling that event oriented and activity oriented respectively, and active oriented and activity oriented respectively. So if we'll be looking at these questions, then POT, that is POT, program evaluation review technique, is event oriented, and as well in the case of CPM, this is activity oriented. So we can see this answer in the option number C. So here C will be the correct answer for this question. That means POT, program evaluation review technique, is an event oriented, but in case of your CPM, it is an activity oriented case. Okay, so C option will be the correct answer for this question. So let us see the explanation for this. A CPM network is an activity oriented, while POT is the event oriented. So event is the completion of an activity or commencement of an activity that we all know, and an event may be head event, tail event or dual role event actually. So three kinds of event we can get in a network, that is that head event or tail event and dual role event. Okay, so that's not more important for us, but we can remember this thing that POT is on our event oriented and CPM is the activity oriented case. Okay, oriented network. So moving towards next question, that is question number 27. So dash are used to represent activity in a network diagram. So which diagram is being used to show an activity? So I think it's an easy question, but it's an important question. So option A is given like circles, B is given squares, C is given as rectangles, and D is given as arrows. So we neither using all these three, that is A, B, C, that is circles, square, and rectangles. So to show or to represent an activity, we are using the arrows actually. So option number D will be the correct answer for this question. So let us read this. A network is a flow diagram that consists of events and activities which are connected sequentially and logically, basically. Okay, and arrows are used to represent the activity in a network diagram. Events are generally represented by the circles. Okay, so we are using, or we are representing the events by using the circles. So in a network diagram, if we think so, then we may get circles and arrows, and somewhere will be showing the dotted dotted arrows. Okay, so those dotted arrows are basically we are using to show the dummy activity. Okay, so for showing and for the representing an activity, we will be using the arrows actually. Okay, then moving towards question number 28. So the shortest possible time in which an activity can be achieved under ideal circumstances is known as what? So this case will be getting in case of your pot, but in this case of CPM will be not getting that shortest possible time or expected time. All these terms only will be getting in terms of in the pot actually. So pot network. So it is asking to say what is the shortest possible time in which an activity can be completed. Okay, so is it a pessimistic time or optimistic time or expected time estimate, or the most likely time the expected? So we'll be getting three times actually. That is another first one is the optimistic, another one is the pessimistic, and the most likely. So optimistic means the shortest possible time. So here we can say B option will be the correct answer. And pessimistic means maximum time required to complete any project or to complete the network diagram. So this will be the maximum time required, and B is the minimum time required or shortest possible time which is being asked in this question. And the most likely time, that is the in the middle way. Okay, so let us read some the explanation for this. So there are three kinds of time estimated by the pot planners. So as already I have told you, so these are the optimistic time and time estimate, the pessimistic time estimate, and the most likely time estimate. Okay, so the shortest possible time in which an activity can be achieved under ideal circumstances is known as the optimistic time estimate. So I think you have understood this one. So let us move towards next question, that is question number 29. So according to the time estimate made by the pot planners, the maximum time that would be needed to complete an activity is called as what? So in the previous question already I think I have discussed that. So that is the pessimistic time estimate. So C option will be the correct answer for this question. So this is the explanation we can see over here. According to the time estimate made by the pot planners, the maximum time that would be needed to complete an activity is called as the pessimistic time estimate. The estimate doesn't include possible effects of plots, artworks, etc. Okay, so C option will be the correct answer for this question. Next, let us move towards question number 30, and this is probably the last question for this video. So the difference between the maximum time available and the actual time needed to perform an activity is known as what? Is it called as a free float or independent float or total float or half float? So if you have read in the concept of pot will be getting this in case of the pot only. Okay, so the maximum, so difference between the maximum time available and the actual time needed to perform an activity is called as what? So this answer will be the total float. So total float is the difference between the maximum time available and the actual time needed to perform an activity. So let us read some details about this. The difference between the maximum time available and the actual time needed to perform an activity is known as the total float. So you can remember this one, and hence the total float is the excess of maximum available time throughout the time of the activity. So C option will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, so with this we have reached at the end of lecture for today. So in this video we try to discuss some of the important questions from the project management, and basically particularly we have focused on the network diagrams like POT and CPM. Okay, so if you like this video, press on the like button which is given below, and if you are new here, new to this channel, then do subscribe it and press on the bell icon so that you will be getting notifications whenever we will be uploading any new video on this. Okay, so pressing on the bell icon is the most important thing, so that you will be connected to us frequently. Okay, and if you have any query about this, you can comment in the comment box. Okay, and do share it with your friends so that maximum students or maximum aspirants can be benefited from this. Okay, so with this I am signing out from this. Okay, so thank you for watching.